Hey party people, this is Zach from visionswell.com, products and principles for a simple, serene life. And it's been a while since I did a pure EDC video, and I haven't heard from you EDC gatekeepers or the EDC police in a long time telling me how much I suck, how much my EDC doesn't make sense, and how much I have computer hands so I can't possibly use any of the tools that I'm presenting to you. I missed you guys. If you've watched my channel for any length of time, you know how much I love Maxpedition pouches. They're really high quality pouches. They come in a variety of sizes, colors, dimensions, and features so that you can tailor them exclusively to the way that you use your everyday carry. I've done full reviews on these pouches before. You have the Maxpedition Platy Pocket Organizer in the 5x7 size, which is the larger one. Then you have the Maxpedition Platy Pocket Organizer in the 4x6 size, which is the smaller one. And they each have their individual use cases. I think the smaller one fits a little bit better in my pocket when it comes to my front pocket, whereas the bigger one would fit better into like a cargo pocket or your back pocket. So it depends on how you want to load it out. And you can check out the full reviews if you look at my EDC playlist on my channel, or you search for visionswell Platy on YouTube. You could find all of these full reviews. So the purpose of this video is to talk about my 6-month experience using both of these sizes of the Maxpedition Platy Pocket Organizers and how I've loaded them out differently and found the best way for me to use each of them. Before I go into that, I wanted to mention that the Platy Pocket Organizers now come in 2 additional colors. So you have this really attractive gray colorway here. It's kind of like a gray-green, really nice looking color. And then you have this nice new khaki color as well. So you could get either of the Platy Pocket Organizers in either of these 2 new colors if they're the ones that you choose. I have the existing ones in green and black. So if you like the gray or khaki a little bit better, check those out. So if you want to look at their features, they're pretty much the same. One is just bigger and one is smaller. So you have the little zipper compartment on the back here to put stuff that you don't want to slide into these tool pockets and you don't want to fall out of the bag. And you could also double this as kind of like an EDC wallet if you wanted to put money and cards and stuff in here. You have 2 little slots on the back for tools. You have the Maxpedition logo. You have a nice paracord zipper pull. They're YKK zippers. You have a nice little nylon grab handle. And then at the top, you also have these little grommets with this little attached paracord with a paracord cord stay. So if you wanted to use this as a necklace or as a sling or slip it through your belt loop, you could easily do that. I don't really ever use these as slings, so I typically remove this cord, but it's nice that it's removable or it's there when you need it. Then you have a nice large slide pocket. You have 3 different sizes of elastic loops, a bigger one and 2 smaller ones to hold things in place. And then 2 large slide pockets at the bottom with another little Maxpedition logo there. And when it comes to the larger size, you have a similar setup, it's just bigger. 2 big tool pockets here. 3 elastic loops, as I mentioned, 1 big, 2 small. You have a nice big slide pocket for larger items. You have the ability to turn it into a sling or necklace or put it through your belt loop like the other one. You have the Maxpedition logo, really nice stitching, really nice weatherproof nylon materials. The back has an even larger zipper pocket so you can fit more gear inside. 2 large tool pockets, the Maxpedition logo, the same YKK zippers with the paracord zipper pull, and the little nylon grab handle. So overall, these are really excellent pouches, and I've used them in a variety of ways. So I'll go over the 2 ways I've loaded these out for the past 6 months and how useful they've been as far as EDC organizers and their different use cases. So first we can go over the bigger size. This is the 5x7. Again, I have it in that green colorway. This one I've used as my EDC art kit. So if we want to start on the back side with the zipper pocket, I have a nice little mechanical pencil here. And this is a great mechanical pencil because it also doubles as a colored pencil. So if you open up this little pocket here, I have some extra graphite. I have some colored graphite if you want to use it as a colored pencil for art. And then I have some larger graphite for my other pencil that I've included, as well as some spare erasers. And they all fit in here perfectly, zips up really nicely, easily, fits everything I need. And then on the other tool pocket, I just have my little TSA approved pen scissors. And these are just great little scissors in case I want to cut out something that I've designed, cut out a design and give it to somebody, use it for any kind of arts and crafts purposes. I have a pair of scissors. Flip this over. I have 3 different sizes of calligraphy pens, so I have the small, the medium, and the large. And because of these little elastic loops, I'm able to keep it tucked in here. They won't fall out. They're sitting in this pocket here, but their caps are kind of clipped onto the elastic. Then I have a Bic highlighter in the blue color if I want to highlight any text or add any kind of pop to any of my imagery. I have this Ultem mechanical pencil that takes that larger graphite, and it's just a really high quality plastic that's very resistant to cold and heat and super shatterproof. Nice little mechanical pencil to have. And then I just have my Countycom bolt action titanium pen. Writes beautifully. If I need to take notes, if I want to outline something, draw, I have that right there. And then in the little slide pocket, I just have a little mini sketchbook. So if I want to do some sketches, cut out some sketches, give them to someone as a gift, do some drawing when I'm out and about, I have that. Then I have a little mini adult coloring book. And this has different food items. So if I need to relax and just color something in, I can pair it with those colored pencils. You got a toast with eggs. You have some cupcakes. You got pizza. And it's just a fun little adult coloring book to keep with you if you need to kind of relax a little. So this has been my go-to for the past 6 months as far as a little art kit. And I really like this because I'm a creative person, and sometimes when I'm sitting idly on an airplane or in a waiting room, I need to draw something, write something, or doodle, or do anything you want to do with an art kit. This would be great to give to a child, and it's really compact. This isn't going to fit well in my front pocket because of the size of this Platy organizer. This one I've used more for my back pocket, cargo pocket, backpack, or sling, and it fits beautifully in there. So it depends on your use case, but this larger size has really worked out for me in terms of being my little on-the-go art kit. So I really love this thing. 6 months of use, it's held up nicely. Doesn't even have any really scrapes or scratches on it. I've thrown it in and out of bags. I've moved it between different carrying methods, and it's really held up beautifully. I've had no issues with it. Then I have the smaller size, the 4x6 Platy Pocket Organizer, and this is my tool essentials kit. So like I said, I removed the sling strap from both of these because I don't really use it, but it's nice to have it there in case I ever wanted to use it. This is just my minimum carry for my tools. This fits well in my front pocket. It gives me everything I need for the most part as far as what I would use with smaller tools. And then if I need a larger tool, I always have tools, in the house, in the back of my car, things like that. But this is when I'm on the go and I just need to fix something real quickly, or I need the quick ability to cut cordage, open a box, twist a screw, repair some of my gear. I have tons of different options here. So I've got my Victorinox Farmer X here. So you have a little can opener here with a small flathead screwdriver. You have a large flathead screwdriver with a bottle opener. You have a nice little saw blade to cut some tinder or some small twigs. You have a really excellent pair of scissors if you need to cut cordage or cut anything. Beautiful to have those on you at all times, all in this little package. You have a regular size knife blade if you need to, if you need to carve something, cut through boxes, open something. You have a nice knife blade to use. And then you have this little reamer here if you need to put a little hole in something, and it's got this curvature to it, so it's really easy to stick it through something plastic or wood and kind of twist it around and get a perfect circle through any kind of item. And then you just have a little keychain loop up here if you want to attach it to something. And this has kind of replaced my need for a multi-tool, even though this is a multi-tool itself. The fact that it doesn't have pliers included makes it a little bit smaller. It has everything I need. And then when it comes to the pliers, I would rather have a dedicated pair of pliers. So I have these really nice Cobra pliers from Knipex, and these are the perfect little pocket quality Cobra pliers. They're adjustable, so if you have a really large bolt, you could easily use this on a really large bolt. Has the little cutouts in the teeth so it can grab something that's square or hexagonal. You can use it as regular pliers, use it to pull staples, use it to pull nails. You have a really nice handle, and because of its engineering, if you turn it to the right, it automatically clenches down without you having to really tightly hold it. So these are a little bit expensive, and I've shown the Work Pro version that are a good budget option, but if you want the real deal, this thing is absolutely worth every penny. I use this thing every day, so I would highly suggest you pick up these Cobra pliers. Then if I have electronics or small gear like knives or something that I want to repair, I have this little Hoto precision screwdriver. And if you unmagnet the back, you have all these double-ended drivers. So this could work for a variety of sizes of screws. There's Torx, there's flathead, there's Phillips. There's all kinds of different heads here that you can use for all kinds of different electronics, knives, or even just a regular screw. And then this little column here fits in here, magnets. It can rotate in your hand. It's really nice metal construction. And it's just a great little precision screwdriver to have on hand, and I've used this countless numbers of times. And that goes back into its little slot there. Again, I disconnected the sling attachment because I don't really use it. The grab handle here. On the back, I have my Kershaw misdirect. That is my most used EDC knife. I use this for box opening, cutting cordage, all kinds of different things, scoring. I've used it to cut through drywall in my house to make holes for to pull cords through the wall. It's super flat profile. It's got a nice little pocket clip. And this is just my perfect EDC knife. So if I just need a knife, it's easy to get to. It's on the outside of the bag. I don't have to go through pulling out the whole Victorinox and finding the knife. So this is like my primary blade in most instances. Fits really nicely into this little tool pocket here. And then I always need a flashlight. So I have my Woobin PL01 pen flashlight. And this is just an amazing little flashlight with thumb activation, super minimal. You can use it as a headlamp with the reversible clip. And it's just an excellent little small profile pen-shaped flashlight that fits absolutely beautifully into this pocket right here. And then in the back pocket here, I just have a couple small items. So I've got some number 36 bank line in case I need some cordage. I have a little Taylor's measuring tape tied with a Velcro gear tie if I need to measure the length of something. It's very compact and easy to use around oddly shaped items. And then the last thing I have is just this little card that's wrapped in duct tape and electrical tape. Keeps it super flat in profile. Fits in here beautifully. And then I have a way to repair gear, attach things, repair electronics. And there's just a lot of different uses I can get out of duct tape and electrical tape. This cordage and this little Taylor's measuring tape. Fits beautifully in that pocket. And this fits really well in my pocket overall. I typically carry this in my front pocket. And then I have a lot of little tools I can bring with me on the go. I don't have to worry. And for most small tasks, this has me covered 100%. So I actually prefer the smaller size of the Platy. The big one is nice, but this one I feel like gets more use out of me because of its size. It can slide right into my pocket. It's really easy to carry around, and it gives me everything I need right at hand. But after 6 months of using both of these, they're both excellent pouches, excellent quality. They've held up well. They don't look all scratched up or ripped, no water intrusion. And just like all of Maxpedition's gear, they're absolutely excellent quality gear that you can get a lot of usage out of. So I'd suggest this for something you're going to put in a backpack or a sling, and I'd suggest the smaller one if you want to carry it in your front or back pocket because it's the perfect size to carry in either of those places. If you have any other smaller pocketable EDC pouches that you'd recommend that you prefer to these, please leave a comment below. If you like my EDC videos, please like, comment, and subscribe because it helps the channel out a lot. And obviously I've had these for 6 months and they're not going anywhere, so these are firmly in my keep pile. The use cases I get out of these make them absolutely worth any amount of space they take up. I've used them countlessly, and I have no intention to ever get rid of them. If you want to check out any of the gear that I have decided to get rid of, then click the eBay link in my description below, and you can get any of those products at a deep discount. I'm very open to accepting offers on eBay. I'm trying to clear out a bunch of gear and keep to my minimal lifestyle, so please check it out, throw me an offer. If you want to check out any of my merch, click the merch link below. I love the merch that I've designed myself, and I highly suggest you pick it up if it's a design you're interested in. Thank you as always for watching. I sincerely appreciate everyone that subscribed, liked, and commented on my videos thus far. You help my channel grow, and you make me want to do this even more. And with all that being said, I will definitely see you in the next video. Take care.